What up? I'm John.
My name's Mario.
I'm Alex.
Together we're jamming. This is the Jam Podcast.
Yes, sir.
Alex, tell us about yourself. Let's get into it, bro.
So my name's Alex. I go by Al. So I found the gym because I got injured playing basketball my sophomore year of high school, and I always worked out like while I was playing sports. And after a while, it just
Tell us, bro.
after a while,
Okay.
yeah, let me tell
Sorry,
you.
I wasn't looking at you, bro.
After a while, I fully recovered, and just from going to the gym, I just found a passion for it, going to the gym like every day. And then I started to get into like bodybuilding and competing through one of my dad's friends, and I've done 3 shows in the last year and a half, and I won one of them and lost 2 of them, but it's still like a good experience, and I'm really glad I did it. And I thought it was pretty awesome. And now I'm bulking for 2 years at 250. Taking a break, but just trying to get huge, push some heavyweight. Gym is life, man, you know. Just everything surround just by going to the gym. Just like going through your everyday life makes me a better person, I would say. So just got a deep passion for the gym. What about you,
I
Mars?
think so.
So I was introduced to the gym fueled by self-improvement, and because my cousin Alex, has been working out for almost more than twice the time I've been. And so, yeah, by self-improvement and my cousin Alex, but by self-improvement, I was introduced to the idea of eating healthy foods and mindset changes that would cut this out.
No, we're not cutting shit.
Talk a
You
little
gotta take your
louder,
time.
Got you, right.
Take your time.
And that would lead to the continuation of bodybuilding and working out for physical health. That just kind of came with a self-improvement mentality.
Okay. That's good, bro.
Hey, tell them about yourself, John.
Okay. But yeah, I love that, Mars. Just like becoming a better, healthier, version of yourself every day. Same with you. Gym is life. Okay, I'll be louder. Excuse me. I'm kind of on the same wave as Mars now. Before, I just kind of wanted to get big. I started like doing dips off the bed and crunches while I was in rehab in Texas, like senior year. So when you want to talk about, the gym is always there for you, bro. Holy shit.
Bro's just fiddling with his bone broth.
I know, bro. I gotta close this up. But anyway, fiddling.
This guy's laughing. Spit it out.
So anyways, I went from like 115 pounds to, it took probably like, that was December. And then by next Thanksgiving, bro, I was like 100 and, I don't know. Like next Christmas, I was like 190 pounds or something like that. I don't know if that's 1 year or 2 years. I think that
you
was
were massive.
That was 2 years actually.
big.
But the year after, I got up to like 175 comfortably a year after that. But anyways, that's great and all, but it was fun. Totally changed my life. I had something to do. I come home from Little Caesars, you're slinging pizza, and you come home and like do a bunch of,
You were working there?
barbell squats. Yeah, I would work
Little
there.
Caesars?
Yeah, close to my, okay, right, yes. I was working there, okay, and then I'd come home, I'd come back, and then I would just grab, I had this 40-pound like dumbbell set that my dad got me. He'd probably been waiting for me to use it for like years. Anyways, I'd come home and I'd do, what did they even call it? Goblet squats?
Yeah.
Dude, stop. Just spit it out. Talk. Get the point
I
across.
would do goblet squats, okay? My legs got big and stuff. Do lunges. It was simple. I was in the basement, so we started like from the basement. It was fun. Then in college, I would go. I got very big, yada yada. I got nerve pain. It was like, I told you guys about this. I felt like you'd have like lightning coming up my asshole. Basically, it was ridiculous. So I knew something had to change. I also injured myself. Like I deadlifted 335, I cleared it, and then all of a sudden my left leg turned off, and I had to drop the weight. Like it just like my left leg, like it was really weird. And my back cracked in a really funny way. Anyways, it led to me going into this holistic training, yada yada. So now I learned about posture. Now I train for posture first. Obviously, this dude's way ahead of me now because I got soft. That's okay.
Soft as shit.
Yeah, I know, bro. Yeah, but it benefited me mentally. So I took a year off now. Now I'm going to get back to it. I'm going to be training more heavy duty. We'll talk about that in a little bit. But yeah, bro. Always a good time in the gym, man. It
Hey,
just
that's
excites
good. I
me.
remember from just your story about getting into the gym, I've seen you through the process just every once in a while, like when you look big as shit.
And when you just kind of cut down and found what you really wanted to do, like you got into like the boxing and all the other stuff and more into the
Yeah,
diet.
combat, bro.
And you teaching me about stuff about like working out and just like the diet too, just someone who knows that knowledge and has learned about it. It's cool and it helps me out. So I feel like we should talk about like how long we should be training for, because I know you have a strong opinion about that, of
I'm
how long you
building a
should
strong
train for in the gym.
Yeah. Okay, and I'll go first then. All right, so I've experimented with several different ones. I have the most experience with volume training. This is more similar to what you guys have told me you've been doing lately, which is like an hour to an hour and a half, almost 2 hours in the gym, like whatever. Just whatever you want, and it just feels nice, you know what I'm saying? I used to do that up to 6 days a week at state. That was completely overtraining. 6 days a week is overtraining, in my current opinion, and hence my nerve issue. And I wasn't stretching right, and I wasn't sleeping right, but regardless. Right now I'm trying out heavy duty, and it's basically Mike Mentzer's training discipline. So my split is basically like, chest and back, right? So I'll do 2 exercises for chest. I'll warm up for both. I'll do both. One set as heavy as you can. 8 to 12 reps is hypertrophy, right, from mass. So I haven't even been to the gym. I've been in the basement, bro. But basically, as much weight as you can for 8, and you should not be able to do any more. If you're
Just
following this
one
method.
set of 8?
One set after a warm-up, several warm-ups, whatever you want. One set, and if you can move it after 8, you fucked up. You didn't do enough weight. You know what I'm saying? So
You did them by yourself though?
yeah, but I like the force negatives. I used to do force negatives with biceps. You can take it and curl, and then when this arm gets tired, you just help with the other arm. And you
So
fight
then
it.
after
Spring leg
like
murder.
you would just be screaming.
And then
like, for those
resting.
reps.
Yes, sorry, I cut you off. And then rest 4 days. That was the only other thing, because he rests a lot.
So like you would train one day and then you would train and take 4 days off.
Yeah, bro. Train Sunday, rest Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
So hold on. Well, let's help the viewers understand what's going on.
Let's get into it.
So Sunday, what are you training?
All right, so this is 2 weeks ago Sunday. Last day was Father's Day. Sunday before that, I trained chest and back. And I did, there's machines in my grandparents' basement. So I did chest press, okay, with the machine, right? And then pec deck, right? I did pec deck first, superset with chest press. Mentor likes the superset. And then after that, I rested for a little bit, and like a minute or so, and then you let your heart rate slow down. And then I did, I deadlifted. I don't know what else I did for back. Honestly, it slipped my mind at the time. But there's a little barbell, and so I did deadlifts and then dead rows. And that was it.
So how many exercises for chest and back total?
2 exercises for chest, 2 exercises for back, both supersetted. Took me 30 minutes, and then I stretched before, and I eat straight after.
And then so you do that Sunday, and what do you do Thursday? 2 other body parts?
Friday.
Or Friday?
I feel like a mongrel, bro. I'm
But
getting
dude,
tired of
like
it,
those
but-
4 days, I feel for me training, I don't know how many sets did you say you were doing
Total 4 sets plus warm up.
for just 2 exercises? So 8 sets for chest, 8 sets for back.
Well, no. 1 set, 2 sets for chest, superset. So it's literally 1 big set, and then 2 sets for back, but a superset. So 1 big set
And
plus
that's
warm
it.
up, and that's it.
Bro, that shocks me, bro.
Now for the
Does-
See, what do you think about this?
Yeah,
How do you think?
weigh in, please.
So
Mario-
most
yeah, Mario,
meathead, so most meathead gym bros would kind of frown at the fact that 1 set is enough, but I could agree. If that set is hard enough and intense enough, you can rest for 4 days and only have 1 set and still make growth, depending on your intensity. And if you rest correctly, you can definitely still make growth. And many people would disagree with that, but if you look at research, John has been showing me a lot of cool topics and research papers or
No, I am not research paper.
documents. Documents.
Bro,
Yeah, but you
bro's
show me
capping.
websites.
Really?
Nah,
Capping.
when I say papers, I mean like websites. You show me articles.
Of training.
Of
Okay.
or different types of training.
Maybe I have. Check.
Topics.
Sorry, yeah, we've been talking for a while, so my mind. Not
It's-
this past week, but
Yeah, it's been a minute since you showed me them, but
good word.
yeah, you can definitely make gains off of minimal sets and prolonged periods of rest time if the workouts are intense enough.
Yeah, so like what's your since we talked about John's perspective, what do you think about how long a training session should be and how many days you should train if you want to go into that?
Yeah. So as I said, I agree with the 1 set, but me, I like to work out and put my all in. So if I do 1 set, I feel like even if I work really hard, I'm still gonna have energy for another set or two. So usually I train 2 to 3 sets to failure on each exercise, but that also means that I've decreased the amount of exercises I've been doing. Like I used to do like 6 things for back. Now I may be only doing 3 or 4, but keeping it very intense, you know. So adding
You do drop sets?
drop sets,
Oh, yeah,
that
so
force
just
reps, you know,
drop
and
sets.
that's also helped me decrease my time in the gym, you know. So I would say usually
Just take a sip of it.
I would say usually an hour and a half is probably sufficient for
So
me.
like the year, man. That's on my board. Anything else or?
I don't know.
All right, so
Let me give you my perspective. Here we go. So for me, I'll talk about my training for like bodybuilding shows. It was 4 days on, an hour and 10 minutes, just not a lot of rest, mainly three exercises with a drop set, and maybe I'll add in another drop set with like pauses and holding, kind of like some Mike Menser training, would you say?
Yeah,
And like
yeah.
you wouldn't count the reps. I would have a rep like count in my mind for each set, and I would just train with a buddy, and I would push beyond failure, and just there wouldn't be a number of reps, but like I would always add in like a hard ass drop set at the end, and I would still go heavy, because when you're cutting, I feel like you should still train heavy, and then maybe train like with pauses and like another like more drop sets and volume. But for now, my training is I train 2 days on, and I take 1 day off, and I feel like for how hard I'm training now, those 2 workouts, I'm like 100%. So my workouts I've been doing power building movements like squat, bench, deadlift, and like heavy dumbbell shoulder press.
Let's go.
And I've been doing a set of 8, 6, and 4 and 2 reps. And those are like heavy, but they're not till failure. I know I have a rep or 2 left in the
Free
tank.
weight shoulder, that
Yeah.
makes it safe. Yeah.
And I'll have a spotter for those compound movements. And then I'll go into hypertrophy, which ranges from like 15 to 10. I'll do like 15, 10, 10, 12. But those are just like basic bodybuilding machines and stuff just to get the hypertrophy. Still like going hard just for the definition, because I want to work on those power building movements to get big, and then I want to have definition and still be big. So, but I feel like training 2 days on and 1 day off, I feel like that's the best way, because I've been getting into that recently. And I feel like those workouts are going to be 100%. But I would agree with Mario. I would do probably like an hour 20, hour 30, because I've been resting between sets. But lately I've just been loving the gym just because of benching, squatting, doing those powerlifting movements. But yeah, so that's my opinion on that.
Yeah.
what do you-
One more thing, yeah. I definitely love the gym, and I definitely think you don't need a substantial amount of workout time, you know, like hour and a half, like 2 hours. But you could probably get a good workout in 30 minutes, but just the fact that you're being in the gym, it kind of gives you the dopamine that you need to get yourself through the day, you know? Even if you're maybe overworking just a little bit, it's better to overwork than to underwork, I agree, or in my opinion, you know?
Yeah, no, I agree with that too. One more thing I want to say before we go talk about something else, like another topic. What time of the day is the best for the gym? And I'll go first real quick. I used to train a lot in the morning, but I feel like 4:30 to 5 is where we talked about this, peak energy is.
Yeah.
But lately I've been doing 6:30 to 7, 6 o'clock. I feel like that's a good time. What do you guys think?
I agree. Later in the day, you're going to have more energy, but I've been experimenting with early morning lifts, and it's just fresh. You know, I wake up, take a cold shower, have a good meal, and then I'll go lift, and I actually have a lot of energy. You know, it's almost comparable to if you were to lift at night. So for me, there's no difference really in the time of day that I work out, but just everyone there that you know and your buddies with, they always go at night, so it's just kind of better at the nighttime.
That's a great topic. Me and Al talked. You're right. Hormonally, men have the most energy at 4:30, and I feel that. But like morning, like some people advise like before noon for physical practice. The morning, it just starts my day off so nice, and I like that it's out of the way. But when I was overtraining, I would dread it if I had to do like work before. Like I wanted to just go.
Because you want to go to work too.
Yeah, but if I could like sculpt my perfect day, like I would have like I ate damn near a whole chicken this morning, bro. Like that gives you a lot of energy. You know what I mean? So like, I think breakfast should be the biggest meal too. We're not gonna talk about diet, but like I think if you're gonna do something during your day, like Like, why are we waiting until dinner to like eat the big like? I don't know. It's just satisfying to go in the morning, personally.
Agreed.
But I end up working out later, and when I work out later, like 6, like I was gonna say that I can't sleep that well because I have so much like adrenaline. It's tough for me to sleep.
Yeah, before we go on, I want to add something real quick.
Yeah.
But just training when it goes from like midday, it's like the sun's still out, and then it starts to get a little dark. Just training I feel like night, like around that 6 to 8 p.m. time, just having like when it's dark outside, that's just like the best feeling, just working out. When
so
it's
fun,
like,
bro.
just, I don't know.
Yeah,
But,
it brings me back, man. It's priceless. Who cares about the hormones? Sometimes you gotta
Makes
have
you
a
feel
little
like
fun.
Batman. You know what
Fuck
I'm
yeah,
saying?
dude. Oh my god. Also, okay, this is just to put things into perspective. Like, look at, just take a look at Al's arm. Go ahead, put your arm up. Go ahead, put your arm up. All right, now look at my arm. Who are you gonna trust on training that? I would trust him. Okay, so
Hell yeah.
okay, so volume training obviously works, and I like to train for pleasure, like what feels good. Volume training feels good, so I want to try that. But I don't know. We'll see. You'll see us over time. Okay, you'll see how it looks. But to put it into perspective, I used to squat until I threw up almost every time. And especially when I was in the basement after Little Caesars, bro. You eat that crazy bread on break in 2 minutes, bro. It's not staying in there. So yeah, but I would overtrain. So yeah, I'm just experimenting. But that was a fun story. I actually squatted one time until I was about to throw up, and I got good at telling when I was going to throw up when I was squatting, because it starts to like come over you. You're like, oh shit, here it comes. Like, it's going to happen again. I just pulled my hoodie up like this, bro. I barfed down the front of my hoodie. I caught it like in the shirt. Okay, I had a shirt on underneath. I caught it. I waddled over to the locker room, dumped it, took the hoodie off, washed the front of my shirt, went back to the rack.
You know-
continued
Bro,
squatting.
how do you throw up that quickly though?
I just got really good at like tactical puking when I was in the gym. It wasn't that quick. It was probably like 5 sets in, and I was on
Wow.
I don't know.
Random thought, but that kind of reminds me of the scene from Friends where Kevin's carrying the chili in the thing and he drops it because he's got like throw up. Came to my mind. It was picture painted in my head.
Dude, but that like when you're squatting and you're screaming, I like squatting and just like screaming.
Oh my
I
God,
go to those
so-
gyms where it's like hardcore, you can scream,
So nice.
clanking and banging,
Yeah.
just
Mhm.
fucking
Yeah.
being a weapon, just and
Oh
like
my
a
God.
like, whole on like animal, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but
Agreed.
It's very fun. Yeah, I dig that. All right, our next topic is how youngins should bulk.
right here, baby.
Yeah.
It's youngin' right here.
The most
I know.
youngin of us, not a total youngin anymore.
Can I start off?
Definitely.
Give an example.
I have
So
no idea what this says. No, I have
my boy
stories.
Mario is thinking about going on mini cut. How many months ago do you think this was?
It was the idea originated in New Year's, you know, because of the New Year's resolution.
Always does, bro.
Yeah.
Okay, so around New Year's, whatever, we were all in a group chat talking about like, no,
Yeah.
what are you doing?
Yeah,
like the
because
world
we've
was
seen
ending.
it. We've been there, bro.
We've been there, and I
It's not worth
definitely. How old are you?
15.
So
What the okay.
we all have all different ages, but yeah, dude, if I feel like I don't know, I might do the 200 pounds. If you don't get to 200 pounds, like if you're cutting before you're 200 pounds, I don't think.
You messed up, bro.
I feel like you messed. Yeah, you messed up.
We have
But,
a certain amount of human growth hormone in us. Sorry, I definitely cut you off. Please excuse me. Cut
So
it
I feel like when you're 18 or 19 and you have a lot of muscle mass and you look a little chubby, I guess you could cut, but I feel like you shouldn't cut unless you're training for something, or like if you bulk for 2 to 3 years of lifting, then you should do like a maintenance like cut slowly for like 3 months over the summer. I don't know, everyone just does that, and I feel like you gotta look good for the summer, you know. It's like a 3-4 month maintain, but I would just say for most lifters that like are seriously into it, to like lean bulk, like that are younger. But yeah, definitely not fuck up. That shit sucks. Actually, I'm telling you guys, fuck it.
Of course.
It sucks.
I do agree with Alex. Youngins should bulk if they're trying to build muscle, because most people start the gym, you know, as we've heard, maybe 14, 15, 16, and that is where your testosterone, you know, your male growth hormones are, you know, starting to get to its peak, you know, or not peak, but they're
Not
starting.
even close, bro.
Yeah, it's maybe
Not
like
even hit my
20s,
peak.
yeah. Or they're starting to develop.
24, 25.
Watch out, bro.
A better word should be they're starting to develop, right?
Oh,
Yeah, definitely
So
starting.
to develop, and you know, as you're younger, you have a lot of energy, you know, so it's kind of makes sense, you know, if you have a lot of energy, your testosterone is rising, you know, you can work out, you know, recover easier, work out more frequently, and your testosterone is rising while eating and putting on muscle, you know, eating in a caloric caloric surplus, you know,
There you go.
it's going to be way easier for you to put on muscle than, let's say, a 30-year-old, you know,
Let him
because at
cook.
that,
Let him cook.
because ain't that rate your
Mhm.
testosterone's declining once you hit like 30 roughly.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's just kind of the perfect combination. Everything aligns up, you know. So yeah, I agree with Alex. You know, people should bulk. And I gotta take his advice. I gotta take my advice too. Sometimes I get overwhelmed by the chub I'm about to put on. You know.
Keep going, bro.
Bro, why are you shitting on this podcast? First podcast, why are you shitting?
Anyways, moving on.
Stop, bro. Why are you looking at me like I did, bro? Oh my god.
So yeah, youngins, I agree you should bulk.
What's your opinion on this? Yeah.
Okay, what did I do? I went to like 155. I made a stupid. I looked like I did now. Like I wasn't even chubby. I went to 155. I mean, I'm whatever. I have some body fat, but I went to 155 and then I cut down to 135 because I wanted to look skinny. I wanted a six pack. Absolutely not. No. So I mean, imagine being 150 and then like losing that to go to 135. Like it's not even worth it. I can't believe I did that. And then I got to I got to like 185 and then I kind of, the one cut I did enjoy, I did a light cut. I had some cherry smoothies or something, like a lot of spinach. I don't know, it was really cool. I love the cherries so much. I love the cherries, bro. But anyways, I would run like a mile, like I wasn't going crazy. And you know, we'll talk about cardio later. But I cut to 175 lean. I had veins on my lats. I mean, they maintained. That was great. You know, 175 lean is fun. You know, you've been there. You've been there more than me.
Fucking shredded, yeah.
Yeah, bro, it's very fun. But yeah, no, I don't think, I mean, just a lean bulk is probably the best. Like everything in moderation. If you see a lot of body fat, like you can just, I don't know. Like I don't think there's a reason to cut calories. There's so many ways to manage it, but if you circuit train, you'll just automatically burn more fat. Like that's kind of how I do heavy duty. But whatever. I don't know. Youngins, bro, just be patient. Literally be patient. Don't cut yourself to lose weight. So bad.
Because you can put on so much muscle, and it's like if you cut, yeah, again, like you were saying, you're gonna lose muscle mass like crazy.
Yeah.
And it's like, why would you put yourself through that? Like, if you're so like so new to the gym, why would you put yourself through that?
Yeah.
But
If you cut gently.
yeah, but
Long time.
but yeah, now let's talk about
Or how about we should funny bulk stories that we have before I go
Oh
into
my
the
god.
next topic.
Yes.
Let's just do
Funny.
one quick story rapid
You
fire.
go first. You go first.
So, John, you work at Little Caesars, right? Or you used
I used to, yeah.
I also used to work at Little Caesars.
Oh, I didn't know that.
You didn't know that? Yeah.
No,
So
okay.
you know.
Okay, tell us.
So
Ow.
I used to think, you know, the more you put in, the more you put out, which is in
Trend
some
twins,
in,
you know, it
in
is,
some ways true. But if you're eating food, the more food you get, it doesn't always mean the more muscle you're going to get. You know, so that's what I believed a little bit. You know,
If it's bad food.
yeah,
Okay,
in
if
the
it's
back,
bad food, yeah.
especially, yeah.
Empty
I
calories.
had pizza yesterday, but yeah, keep talking.
And that's what I thought. You know, just eat a bunch of food. You know, and there was one pizza that I loved at Little Caesars, and it was the Meat Lovers Pizza. You know, you got sausage, bacon, and ham,
Yep.
and cheese and bread. Oh my gosh, whole pizza was roughly like 2,400 calories. You know, and at the end of the day, you know, after work, our boss would let us cook pizza, and I cooked a Meat Lovers Pizza, took it home, ate the whole thing, almost crying. You know, my mom's like, Mara, you gotta stop this. That's ridiculous. You know, you cannot. And I didn't listen to her. Ate a whole Meat Lovers Pizza after the shift, and I finished at like 10 o'clock.
You gotta stop it. I'm sorry.
Woke up the next
I
morning
love
feeling
you.
like a balloon. Okay.
Damn, that's crazy.
I thought it was good to, you know, get the protein, but it's just the amount of fat and carbs and unnecessary just macronutrients. It was crazy.
Was this when you were like big
How did you-
this
how-
when you were puffy, like big, like
This was
fat,
yeah.
or
This was October, and I was about 160.
last
you know?
year?
Yeah.
And
How
that's
much you
when,
weigh now?
Like,
I did the cut, as you guys know. I went down to like 150, but now I'm 155 as I'm trying to lean bulk back up. But yeah,
Let's go.
10-pound difference, but more muscle mass, obviously.
Let's get it.
Yeah.
you want to shoot? For
Yeah, I got a funny one. Yeah, the pizza, like, I will just inject this. It's empty. Gluten, like white flour, bro. It just doesn't have everything. It just has, it's like sugar. It's like eating sugar with no fruit. Your body thinks it's fruit. The fruit supplies your nutrients. It's like empty, you know what I'm saying? So it gives me headaches. Ice cream gives me headaches. I ate like a gallon of ice cream 2 weeks ago, bro. Like, I mean, if you're craving it, do it, and then you won't crave it. Your body will learn. But regardless. And so my bulking story, I used to, these shakes. I have to tell you guys about these shakes. Should we talk
What kind of shakes?
everything shakes, basically.
Okay.
I would wake up in the morning, I'd drag my ass out of bed in case you made the shakes. eggs, they would have like 2 to 4 packs of instant oatmeal, the Quaker oatmeal. This is not all
I
quality
have
food.
that right now, the instant oatmeal, the Quaker.
Make your own mass gainer.
Yeah, bro.
essentially.
Yeah,
Wow.
bro.
All right,
Yeah, bro.
continue with it.
Okay, 2 to 4 packs of the oatmeal, 6 raw eggs, like a soldier. Okay, probably 50 grams of protein plus, depending. I would also have the mass gainer shake, like you had the mass triple X. I would
Yeah.
have like a 1.5 serving of that in the afternoon. But my morning was oatmeal, eggs, like a baseball of peanut butter. That was crazy. Milk, and then I don't even know what else. I don't know. That was the bulk of it.
Yeah.
And it was like 2,400 calories. And I would choke it down because the raw eggs and the oatmeal that wasn't cooked and the peanut, you can imagine. But yeah, I would do that every day, man, and just like sit in the sun and play guitar or lift or whatever. But it was fun. It was like the good old days, but like it was so disgusting.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, so those were fun bulking stories. I also used to sit down after shift at Little Caesars. I'd have that in the morning. I'd go to work. I'd come home and I'd get these chuck steaks that were the cheapest meat you can get. Don't recommend buying cheap meat, but I would eat like literally 1.8 pounds was common a night. It was a lot of red meat. But anyways, that's kind of what I was doing. And then you saw what it turned out to be. So,
Yeah.
but your body can only do so much over time. So
Yeah, and to just like digest.
it,
Like, these little fuckers.
future gym bros.
Guys, we can't interfere. It's a canon event.
Just wait.
okay?
We're gonna wait.
nature,
We're gonna wait a sec till the shit calms down.
Okay.
Just gotta, eat a cookie.
They probably saw Spider-Man. It's such a good movie.
Dude, alright, besides the point, I've been thinking about this shit. Dude, I want my kids to just be bodybuilders, bro. All 3 boys, dude.
Oh
Just,
my god. Oh my god, such a good idea.
dude,
How you doing, sir?
No, okay.
No, thank you. No,
I'll
thank you.
you.
have some
Appreciate
shit,
it.
man.
Let's
Appreciate
go.
it. Thank you, man.
Thank you.
Yeah, appreciate
All
it,
love.
man.
You guys have a good night.
Thanks so much.
That's a cool cat. That's awesome.
You said it. When you said it, you're like, no, I'm good. I was like, he wouldn't do something to this popcorn.
He's got kids, you know?
Right, yeah,
Bro.
you better, yeah. Share the love.
We're in this little mall area at a disclosed location. we're not gonna talk about where. So
Archer's
all
Creek.
right. let me tell you guys about my bulking story. So when I was clean bulking at 210, I got up to 210 from like being at like 120 type shit, like over the years. That's why you keep bulking and you just gain lean muscle. So my clean bulk, I'll go into my dirty bulk in a second. So my clean bulk, I would wake up for like 4 or 5 eggs, and I would make like 2 cinnamon raisin bagels. I love those. Slap cream cheese on them.
Okay.
And then I would make like have that with bacon or sausage, and then like a bunch of like pineapple and whatever. But if I didn't have like that fruit, I would have like a smoothie too with that, and I would put like half ton of berry. I'll put a fuck ton of berries in that shit. I would load it up like 3/4. Put like 2-3 cups of oats. I would put 4 tablespoons of peanut butter, so like 2 servings, so like 200 calories each. And then I would put honey, Nutella. I'll put yogurt. I'll put yogurt in that bitch. I'll put a full banana.
I think I've had one of these when we were playing.
Yes,
Fortnite,
I
man.
made
So
this. I
good.
made this guy a smoothie.
So
man.
good.
So yeah, hell yeah, dude! I
What a
put you
shot.
on. It was all healthy though. It's all like flooded with carbs and the sugar, a little bit from the honey. So then after that would be filled to the brim. I'll make that, and I'll have that with the meal. And then if I wouldn't have eggs, I'll make these protein pancakes. And then lunch,
Me too.
I would always be hitting like just clean carbs, chicken, rice, chicken and barbecue sauce. I've been having that the last like 3-4 days. So I'd have that, or chicken and rice, and then just a bunch of other like normal like clean food like fish, steak, venison meat, potatoes, sweet potatoes. So yeah, enough of that clean bulk, but pretty much just clean diet, not like any bread or cheese, which kind of sucked. Just like all the clean carbs. So I was really into like just that bodybuilding stuff. I still am. So the dirty bulk story. This is what I want to tell you guys. The dirty bulk story to where I got to 224. I was in Arizona and I was at 220, and I knew I was like fuck this shit. We're on vacation. We would go out to eat all the time, out at burgers, fries.
we would wake up, just have the biggest breakfast with like waffles and a bunch of syrup and stuff, and like desserts and just a bunch of carbs, like bread. There's so much bread and like peanut butter sandwiches, whatever, grilled cheese, dude.
Ooh, yeah.
So just a bunch of stuff like that, and just like hanging out with friends, like dude, hitting up McDonald's like like midnight type stuff. Force feeding Chipotle, like flooding my burrito with so much like nutrients, you know.
That's
And just eating dirty pretty much. Literally going out to anywhere, I would order like 2 servings.
Yeah.
Just munch.
That's awesome.
Like an animal. I would munch.
One more story. So I think it was last Thanksgiving of 2022. I was over his house. You know, we had our meal. We had these giant Thanksgiving feast, and then we decided to make this shake. Okay.
Me and you.
Yeah, 2,000 plus calorie shake we made on top of the Thanksgiving dinner that we've already
We
had.
counted that. I
We
counted
counted- it was
that calories.
roughly-
I counted the calories in my.
Was I there for this?
I think
I
it
think
was.
that might have been the one that I tried.
It was
I don't
either
know.
21 or 2,200,
Okay.
you know, and so but we split that between 3 people or 4 people, so we had maybe 500 calories worth, you know, of just crappy ingredients, you know, on top of this Thanksgiving feast, you know, turkey, gravy, all that stuff, you know.
Thanksgiving feast. Do the stuffing. Oh.
I think I made that.
He just
Did I
rolled
make-
his eyes.
No,
Yeah.
did I make it? I don't
You
know.
made a stuffing.
Okay.
I don't remember
Yeah.
which one. It was good
Alright. But yeah.
But yeah.
Stuffing always eat.
though. That was wild.
I want to tell you something. But I would bulk so hard. I would be in my bed at night because dinner would be my biggest meal. I'd save it. But basically every meal, like even today, for example, I was eating the Insta oatmeal, 4 packs, 150 calories each, 5 grams of protein,
Okay.
flooded with like 4 scoops of protein.
There you go.
I'm over exaggerating. Probably 2 scoops of protein.
Okay.
So like 40, 50 grams. So it'd be a total like 60, whatever. And like every meal I'm eating till my stomach like is messed. Like where I still feel full, and then I chug like water, just so like because I'm on creatine and stuff. You got to drink a lot of water. But like I would eat at night until like I couldn't move, and I was like laying in my bed like, oh, I wish I didn't eat too much. And that's what got me to 225, and then I would look so big cutting down for my shows, you know, because the dirty bulk still like helps, you know. And you would just be living the life, eating so much food. Because I've low-key been depressed the last 5 months when I had to compete for 2 shows. Diet since the middle of January, dude. I don't even know what the hell is going on. Like,
It's crazy.
I didn't even want to do that second show at all.
Yeah, man.
Like, just of going through hell and back, dude. Like,
Yeah, you're a monster, bro. The dedication.
now munching on this popcorn, this random stranger got me, bro.
It's the best, man. You got the best of both worlds going on. But yeah, dude. We can move on to a topic. But first rule of Fight Club is